What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Good, The Bad and The Stupid. It's Wednesday the 19th of February. Hope you've had a great day. It's a Wednesday. Not a lot happens on a Wednesday. It's a bit of a strange day, isn't it? It's that middle of the week where you can't wait for Thursday, which is pretty much, if you're a lazy sod like me, that's pretty much the start of the weekend. And you start winding down for your weekend shenanigans. Wednesday's the last of the real kind of, you know, where you give it a little bit of effort in your job. Yeah, Monday you pretty much just get over the weekend. Tuesday you kind of start getting into gear. Wednesday you might sort of have a good go. And Thursday, you know, that's when you start fucking planning your weekend, isn't it? Ringing around your friends, using the company photocopier, you know, using the phones, spending time in the cafeteria or whatever it is, talking to your colleagues instead of working or being at your desk. Fucking about, basically. That's what jobs are for. The money, that's all you want, because those people are fucking taking it off you left, right and centre. You know, your money's only yours for temporarily, and it's the same people who own all the companies that you're paying for your insurance and your banking and all that kind of bollocks. So they gave you a little bit. So turn the tables on them. You can't beat the system, but you can certainly fucking ride it out a little bit. You know, have a go. Trump, the sheriff. Speaking of somebody who thinks he is the system, Trump has called himself the sheriff of America. He thinks he's the sheriff of the world. He thinks he's in his head, he is number one. It'd be good to have that level of narcissism. You know, he believes it no matter what the fuck anybody tells him or whatever he says. He believes he is the bee's knees. So, you know, it's the whole world doesn't, but he does. So he doesn't give a shit. So anyway, he calls himself, I am the chief law enforcement officer of the country. And apparently he's not, because the White House says that that's not true. That's not even a thing. So he thinks he's the gunslinging fastest fucking whatever in the West. He probably shoots 6 people with 1 bullet. That's his thing. But he probably as far as if he was putting a gun in his hand, he'd shoot himself in the fucking foot. That's what he usually does. Or his foot in his mouth and then shoot it. That'd be the best idea. Put your foot in your mouth and then shoot that. You shoot yourself in the foot and blow the back of your brains out. I'm joking, of course. I know some of you out there think he is the bee's knees, or even the people who support him. They're like, this guy is fucking mental with his level of self-love. Anyway, he's a businessman at the end of the day. But didn't his mum or something say he's a great businessman, but don't ever let him go into politics, he'll be fucking terrible. And that was when he was really young. So there you go. That's come from the top of the Trump family. The Brits, I miss the Brits. I miss the Brits on purpose. So am I one of the only ones? I think so. No, I don't think so. I think the viewing figures aren't too great these days, are they? But I don't know half the people on there. I saw a lot of the nominees. I don't know half of them, but my days were a long time ago for the Brits, the people I used to like who used to be in there, but I don't know half of the. I know Stormzy won something. Rod Stewart, I wouldn't mind watching the Rod Stewart thing, although I'm not fucking in that level. I'm not from those days. Just for the nostalgia, I like the old. I like when David Bowie did it. A few years ago. What was Rod Stewart's thing? Was it like Lifetime thing or whatever, or fuck knows? But it was on there anyway. But I've had to give it a miss first off until I get told whether he wasn't wearing skin tight trousers or whatever. I need some credit control or not credit control or somebody to check and tell me so that I'm not haunted by those nightmares of watching him prancing around in skin tight leopard skin trousers at the age of 75 or whatever he is. What's the word? I need some. Fuck it. Somebody to watch it for me first, anyway, and tell me that it's safe for me to go in and watch it. But he was on there with Ronnie Wood, wasn't he? I sort of think Ronnie Wood caught the tube to the. So that's cool. That would have been buzzing off the passengers. I thought he started doing a knees up on there, from what I gather. Ronnie Wood on his way to the Brits. Froch, you got it, right now. He can't be you'd be stuck in traffic the other day. It's the quick way to get in there. Some people with no way. I'm going in the limo. I don't give a fuck if it takes 3 hours to get there. That's just me. I love people who are humble and fucking get, you know, it's from humble beginnings. You can't fucking be that far back in your mind that you just like think people are just below you. Stay grounded. Anyway, I don't know half the people. And one guy's called Dave. One rapper. Apparently he's really good, but he's called himself fucking Dave. That's a lazy name. That's a lazy name. He doesn't give that much thought at all, does he? Unless his name isn't Dave to start with, and then might give him a pass. His name might be fucking Brian to start with, and he might have thought, oh, about Dave. It was like, well, it's better than Brian. So who knows? But Dave is a lazy name, but apparently he's a really good hip hop singer. So he looks Stormzy. His name what's his name? Norman? I don't know what the fuck Stormzy's real name is, but he's had a go. He's called himself something different, hasn't he? But Dave is that's a new one. But it's also might be tongue in cheek. He's probably got a really good reason for it, but I don't know it. Leave a comment if anybody knows what the fucking why Dave's called himself Dave, or why Brian's called himself Dave. I'll have to check out his music, but he called Boris Johnson a racist, and he might have good reason to. I don't know. I didn't read the storyline, but you know, Boris Johnson said plenty of things that are offensive to a lot of people. So, being a black hip hop star, he might have well took offence to one of those things that Boris Johnson's come out and said. So. I think people are coming out trying to defend Boris Johnson now, aren't they? So it's touched a nerve, let's put it that way. So good, do it with the music. Anyway, telly star Ant Middleton has agreed to big money fight with, what's his name? Carl Froch. I spoke about it the other day. Ant Middleton. Carl Froch said that he could beat him up, and I knew, and I said I could beat them both up. Obviously I can't, but I'm fucking about it here. I wouldn't say it to their face, not unless I was pissed out my brains, and then I might do and get my fucking face knocked off. But anyway, he said he wants to have a fight on him, and he's called that Carl Froch and said, "Let's make it happen. I'll have it. So he's got some front then, isn't he? He said, "I'll have it 2021. It's a big money fight. Let's have it. You might have been hit, but you're not being hit with these two. So he knows he can swing a punch or two. So he's only got to land one, hasn't he? So yeah, there you go. So Carl Froch is. He said that we're mates, but I've touched his pride a little bit. It's nothing personal. Sounds a little bit personal, but as I said, he's been doing an SAS tour, so he's got to front it. And then you can't just say can't have people going around saying they're going to beat you up when you're trying to fucking sell books on being hard. So he's had no choice, but he's thinking, I don't want to fight a fucking boxer. I'm going to... If he stands his ground in there, at least, you know. I mean, there's another guy here, and fair play to him as well. He's a guy who's been getting a load of shit. He's give up boxing. He's had 55 fights and 51 losses in a row. So, but he's had a 14-year career. But he's fit as fuck, and then people have been going on there, why don't you give up because you're shit? Rockin' Robin, I think they call him, but... He's fucking. He might be shit. He might be shit to you, but I bet he'd fucking kick your ass all over the place. Whoever said it, and I bet he's fitter than fucking me, and I bet he's fitter than a lot of people. So, half them people, you can't sort of knock yourself. At least you're living your dream, and you're doing what you want to do, which is box. So, you know, you don't know what's going to happen until you get in the ring. So, anyway, he's deft it all, and now he's become a fishmonger. So. Watch out! He could be the best fishmonger in town. So he's a champion in the eyes of somebody that is a trier. So for me, that's go for chase your dreams. Doesn't matter if you fucking if you win them all. Now everybody can be fucking champion, can't they? If there was no competition, there'd be no boxing. So keep it up. Well, he's give it up, but keep up the fishmongering. Fringe Benefits. Oh yeah, Snowflake Vegan Hair Salon has taken away mirrors to protect the self-esteem of its customers. And I thought I'd pull this out because while they're staring at the mirror, they pick faults to themselves. For example, I fucking hate the hairdressers. I hate the mirrors at the hairdressers. I hate getting my hair cut. Excuse me, I hate getting my hair cut at the hairdressers. So to take the mirrors out, I thought that was a really good one. I always thought about having people come, you know, the ones that come around your house because they just do it in the kitchen. You don't have to look in the mirror. You've never looked worse than when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, having your hair done in the hairdressers. Your hair's all over the place. They put that fucking thing around it. They've just washed your hair and it's all like the fucking Freddie Boswell off bread all over the place like that. They comb it in weird places and that, and the lighting, it just makes you look like the shittiest version of yourself. And it don't help when you come out with a shit haircut. If they fuck your hair up, that's even worse because you're watching them fuck your hair up on your shit face, and you come out of there feeling like, you know, especially, and then you have to like do the British thing and still tip even when you walk out with a shit haircut, unless they've really ruined it and you have to complain. Otherwise, you can't, like, you're saying something by not giving a tip, ain't you? So sometimes you just have to, you give a tip when I've had a fucking shit haircut. But to be fair, the last guy who did it, I don't know his name, but I was going to big him up then, but he did it really well. You might not think so, but best one yet, so I'm going to go back to him. But yeah, I'm all for take all the mirrors off or get the lighting right. I mean, in some of those nightclubs and that, they can make people look amazing when they're in the nightclub. Was it something about, it leads on to this, beer goggles. Scientists have proven that beer goggles really exist. It's good news for ugly blokes, as it takes just one drink for them to turn into Brad Pitt in the eyes of the ladies. But yeah, the lady would have to be pissed out of brains a little bit to get an ugly bloke to turn into Brad Pitt. But still, you get the gist. So when people are pissed, but all the lighting and everything, everybody looks the bollocks, don't they? If you get it just right in the nightclubs and that, and then you wake up to somebody next day and you're like, fucking hell. You know, not the man, I mean about the women probably doing it for the blokes as well. But everybody's been in that situation where you've just gone, oh, what? I mean, it's a shame really, but, you know, somebody's got to be ugly in that situation. And, you know, I'm sure I've been that person many a time, especially when I've had my fucking shit haircut from the shit hairdressers. So, yeah, there you go. If you are ugly, I like people who what cracks me up are people who are ugly, who don't believe they're ugly at all. They'll probably sit in the hairdressers and they'll be like looking at themselves and thinking they look the absolute bollocks, no matter how their hair is combed. But and when they're in the pub, they think they're the bee's knees. It's always the ugly blokes who've got the self-confidence of, I don't know where they get it from, but they're just swimming in it. They'll ask 100 girls out and they'll get one at the end of the day because they've played the numbers game. Whereas the good-looking guys, they'll ask one girl, and they'll be broken-hearted. They'll go for the nice one, get broken-hearted by the first fucking no, and then they'll go home crying into their kebabs. Sometimes that happens. It does happen. Anyway, a violinist has gave the performance of a lifetime after surgeons removed a tumour from her brain. This is crazy. She had a tumour in her brain, and then they operated on it while she was playing the violin because she was worried that she might not be able to play the violin. So they got her playing the fiddle and everything. Well, that's like something out of a fucking horror film, that is. I'm glad that they got it out, but that could have gone all kinds of wrong, couldn't it? Or if she just like, you know, because they were trying to make sure they didn't damage the part that was like messing with the violin. So what happened when she was playing it a little bit out of tune? Did they sort of or avoid that little bit of brain? It's weird, isn't it? So anyway, so she's come out of it with no tumour and maybe a new tune in the bag while she was, you know, she might have come up with a fucking random thing as they're sort of getting a little bit frisky inside the brain. Then she might have like played some notes that are totally alien to her. But anyway, good for her, and she's back doing the symphonies and the fucking orchestra. Violins, great skill. Not a great skill if you don't know how to play. It's one of the worst instruments you can fucking get if you don't know how to play it. It's a real like that would fuck your brain up. That would like twist. That's like pain in the brain, isn't it? When you hear somebody fucking about on a violin who doesn't know how to play it. Should be illegal. It should be like one of those noise laws against it. I told you about the other day about they got my next door neighbour playing the trumpet. How anybody could ever live next door to anybody trying to learn how to play the bagpipes? That's the fucking worst of the worst. The violin's bad enough, but the bagpipes, no chance. I think that would you'd end up getting done for murder. I think Stonehenge is one of the country's worst landmarks for rubbernecking road accidents. That's basically people driving past Stonehenge and then crashing into the car in front. Pretty much, it ain't that exciting. I mean, it looks all right, but I mean, you can if it was some gorgeous girl or gorgeous bloke going past, I could understand that. You know what I mean? Bloke with tight trousers, girl with a tight top, whatever, and a bloke going the rubbernecking for that. That's what usually happens. Or maybe they crash when the wife smashes them around the face, slaps them around the face for looking. That's probably what it is. You can't just slap somebody around the face for looking at a load of rocks, though, would they? Maybe it's one of those when they have the hippies up there and they do their hippie kind of what do they do? They do some kind of praying to the gods and whatever, and maybe they'll do a naked version of their. So all of a sudden they'll just be driving along and they look, and all of a sudden there's a load of people skipping naked around the Stonehenge, look like something off Monty Python, and that's probably where they crash as well. So it can't just be from the rocks. Everybody who drives past it's probably drove past it 100 times. Otherwise, you'd get out and have a look if you've never been there, would you? You wouldn't just drive past. Your jury's out on that one. I think there's something was going on. Somebody, because people have got a shag on Stone, they've got to go up there and try and have sex there, haven't they? 100%. That's on a load of people's bucket lists. A load of people who are hippies, that's on their bucket list, to shag naked at Stonehenge. So next time I'm up there, I'll probably be fucking calling the AA out because I've just drove down a ditch or something with that. Cristiano Ronaldo gives his fiancée 80,000 a month allowance to help her live the high life. I mean, he's got loads of money anyway, but £80,000 a month to help her live the high life. £80,000 in a year, I'd be living the high life. If I had 80 grand to blow in a year, I'd be having the fucking time of my life. I really would. I'm serious, and she's blowing that in a month. You could just run out of things to blow it on, wouldn't you? I mean, you got to get bored of buying handbags and I've seen people in Selfridges. I've been in that Selfridges in London. Everything in there is overpriced to fuck. I mean, I picked up a pair of shoes that said half price on it, and I thought, they look all right. They look. Picked it up, and at half price, 500 quid. That was the half price. So I put them back down in a hurry, but I was just having a mooch. But people were coming out with 10 or more bags. I mean, one guy had one round his neck and he had a load of bags and too many to carry from all the different stations. And they must have spent thousands and thousands in there. And that's this kind of thing. But there's only so much you can buy. I mean, where are you going to put it all and what are you going to do with it? It's like fucking... But if you got 80, I suppose if somebody's giving you 80 grand a month and telling you there's another 80 coming tomorrow, you think, fuck it, I'll spend it. I'm sure you can. But, you'd be hard. You could spend the fucking 10 years in Primark and you wouldn't be able to get rid of the 80 grand. It'd be like Brewster's Millions, that film where he's just desperate. I can't get rid of it. I'm going to do with all this money. That could be a good film. Spend 80 grand. You've got to spend £1 million in Primark. Or whatever, and you probably wouldn't be able to do it, not very easily. But you could do it, but what I'm saying is it'd fucking take you a long time. It'd take you a very long time. Anyway, moving on to John Turode. It was John Turode, but I didn't know who John Turode is. Apparently he's one of the guys who does the MasterChef, and he said that he puts on 1.5 stone when they do the MasterChef, because of all the food that they eat on there. They only eat a mouthful, don't they? When I've seen it, they only just scoop one mouthful, tell people it's shit, and then send it back. And then what they're doing afterwards, go, nah, I'm only joking, that's just for the TV. Give it here, I'll eat it. That weren't too bad. He just, didn't have the right notes for the right flavours for what we're doing. So we've had to slag you off and kick you off the programme. But we'll still eat your fish and chips or whatever it is you just made. So, free food, innit? Again, rich people can't spend their money. Rich people, they keep getting stuff for free. I bet when they go into restaurants, they don't pay. I bet they go, it's them off the MasterChef, give it them on the house. Let's just have a photo for the wall. That's what usually happens. David Beckham, he can't spend a penny, I'm sure. He gets free trainers, free clothes, all sent through the post or whatever. free sunglasses. He got done. Well, he was getting slagged off the other day for wearing fur, wasn't he? Or fuck it, and that was something animal rights were getting onto him about wearing it. So that's a faux pas. He's probably got that one off his Mrs.'s fashion company, where everything's way overpriced. But if he put this on, I don't want to. It's fur. Put it on. I need to sell some. I've got fucking 1,000 of them in here. I've just ordered them from China. Yeah, but fur's old out now. Any people don't wear fur. You shouldn't be wearing fucking fur now. It's like, you got to be dumb if you could wear that crap. It's like, especially when you go in and buy it, when you can wear it unwittingly and not knowing, and be a bit dumb, but you can't wear it and fucking and say you've consciously bought it. Anyway, let's move on to. I'm getting on to fucking running out of time, so I said I was going to wrap it up. What am I going to do now then? Right, finishing up on Pastry Giant. It's what's it called? It's Ray Winston's birthday today. How old is he? 63. Ray Winston doesn't ever seem to get older. Well, he got old, and then he never got any older. He just stayed the same age for about the last 30 years. I don't think he's ever looked any different. So, anyway, he's good. I love Ray Winston is a fucking great actor. Always remember the first time I saw him, as many people might not have if you're millennials and that, but in Scum, everyone my era was raving about that film, and he was really young in that. I think that was one of his first films anyway, but he played a blinder in that, and it was a tough Borstal film, and set him on the road really. That was fucking what made him, or fucking gave him his showed what he could do basically. But anyway, he's been around a long time, hasn't he? And he's always a fucking character. So he could do without the Bet 365 adverts, but they got to be paying a load of money. When I heard what that woman who owns it is being paid, he's probably asked for a pay rise after hearing that. Didn't she get paid something like £365 million, ironically, for profit just for herself? He's probably said, "Fuck, I want another million." If you're getting paid those kind of prices. Anyway, he's a Cockney, and he's almost like a fucking East End Cockney, Chas and Dave type fucking sounding character. So anyway, many more years to him to come from him, because as I said, he's been 63 forever, but he's always been the same age. Or I don't think he looks 63. I think he looks about fucking late 40s. Don't want him coming around knocking on my door going, "Oi, you've been slagging off my Bet 365 adverts. I'm going to fucking do you with these fucking snooker balls in the sock out of Scum." It's a good job he said that was a good film, otherwise I'd fucking do you right here and now. Anyway, that's my pleading to Ray Winston to give me a pass. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, I think. You've missed out on a couple of good things here, but I've spoke too much too soon. So I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow. See you later. Bye.